Yeah, let me tell you about my ridiculous Monday. So here's the story. So normally I stream on Mondays. I do a singing stream on Mondays. But, this past Monday, I couldn't do one. And the reason was that I recently got into uni. And, as a thing for the freshmen to all get to know each other. I think a student committee or something, they held a camp for, our program. So that camp, it was exciting, What entailed in that camp was some mini games at the start, and then we will get to the venue proper, and then we'll it was a day camp, so it wasn't overnight or anything, but when we get to the venue proper, we'll have a big water event where everybody just sprays each other with water, and everybody gets to have fun and just bond together, right? So I was excited, and I got even more excited when they said, oh, after the water event, there's gonna be a campfire event where everybody dances around the campfire. And that sounds like super cinematic, right? Oh wow, dancing around the campfire, just right out of some I don't know, teenage coming of life fucking plot point, right? Everybody just gets to bond and have character development and whatnot, right? Why do you put that right out the freaking door? I hate you. So I got excited. I was pretty excited for the camp. But when we got to the venue and the water games were supposed to start, I saw them start setting up some kind of tarp. But and I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Because, you don't want to get everything wet. So you would set up some kind of tarp. However, the place they set up the tarp on was a little strange. It was a dirt patch. So I was wondering, oh, wait, we're having a water event, not on concrete, but on a dirt patch? Wouldn't that create mud? And guess what? I was right. It did create mud. But it was fine, right? Because we were on a tarp. It was some cheap tarp, so during the water event, there's still brown water that starts seeping up from the tarp, and that was kind of disgusting. But they decided to get a change of clothes, so it wasn't that bad. The changing rooms had shower heads and whatnot, so I was like, fine. I'm just gonna enjoy myself, get myself dirty, and then wash myself afterwards, right? So, that happened, and, I had fun. Everybody had fun in the water event. And everybody cleaned themselves, and everybody was happily eating dinner. Everybody was happily eating dinner. But during dinner, they started to set up the campfire. And, I was like, oh, that's nice. We're doing campfire. But then I realized the campfire was being set up on the dirt patch that we had the water event on. Now here comes a question. What do you get when you cross a dirt patch with a lot of water? You get a lot of mud. And what do you get when you have a lot of mud? You get a swamp. So us in our clean clothes after dinner are now called onto the swamp. And we're supposed to dance around the campfire. But that's not the worst part of it. Because we're not just supposed to gather around the campfire. Remember, we were doing campfire dances around the campfire. So there was mud kicked up everywhere. Now I was being careful and not really making big movements that would kick up any mud. But that's not the end of it. If that was the end of it, I would have been safe. I would have went home clean and kind of had fun. But no, that was not the end of it. After the dances, they told us, for some reason, oh, the dances are over. That's the warm-up. Now, go ahead and run around the fire for me. They were like, okay, now run around the fire. It was like some kind of cult. It was literally like a cult. We're running around the fire, and the cult elements just kept increasing. They just kept adding in the cult elements. So at one point, while we were running, I felt this heat wave pour over me. Because guess what? They were pouring flammable liquid right onto the fire, the campfire, in an attempt to generate hype. They were like cavemen.
Oh, fire go big. Oh.
And then, every once in a while, you would just feel cooked. It wasn't damaging because it was just one wave. But every once in a while, you just feel this heat wave. Whoa, wash over you. Because, they were literally playing with flammable liquid. They were throwing it on there and making this big flame. But unfortunately enough, they had a contingency plan. Why did I say unfortunate? Because their contingency plan was to say, hey, you're feeling hot from the campfire, right? Let us pour water onto you again. But remember, this was after we had changed our clothes. We had changed our clean clothes. And most of us only brought one set of clean clothes. So then, we were just getting soaked and muddy in our clean clothes. We couldn't even stay dry. And then, at the end, it's like all the... Well, it wasn't all the joy and enjoyment got sapped away, but it was just a very unceremonial end where I just felt like everything kind of got ruined, kind of got wrecked at the end because they were literally just playing with fire and having us running around in the dirt, running around in the freaking swamp. Again, I still had fun in the end, but all I can say is it is an experience for sure. Okay, now how do I deal with you?